Hey everyone, my name is Teacher Abigail and I am a full-time teacher with VIPKid. Today we are going to talk about the dark side of VIPKid. That's right, we're going to talk negative reviews, why they happen, and I am going to give you my opinion on why not to listen to some of the negativity, or at least to give you a different perspective on where those negative reviews are coming from. So let's just jump right into it. I have been teaching with VIPKid full-time for the last 8 months now. I know I said 6 months in another video. Don't pay attention to that. I'm good at English but bad at math, so I apparently could not do the math that April to now is 8 months. I started in April and I have absolutely loved it, and so have 60,000 plus other teachers that are teaching with the company. So that raises the question, if so many teachers absolutely love the company and so many are signing up every day, where do these negative reviews come from? It's easy to find them. If you search online, look on Glassdoor, under the employee reviews, you'll find tons and tons of glowing reviews, but then you'll find the occasional review that is just ranting about how terrible the company is. And I found, looking through them, that they normally talk about, my coffee's like spilling here, ignore that. They normally talk about one of three things. One, they can't get booked. There are not enough students with the site and they just can't get their classes booked, so it's not worth it. I had to double check my list. Two, there is a strict attendance policy and they either get reprimanded or fired from VIPKid because they didn't show up to their classes. And three, that the company doesn't care, that VIPKid does not care about its teachers, about its employees, because they don't provide benefits, because you're an independent contractor, because you don't get a lot of feedback on your teaching, etc., etc., etc. In some form, they don't care. Okay, now that we've run down through the three top reasons I see over and over and over again, I'm going to give you my perspective on each of these three, on why these reviews get written, on what I believe they really mean, and how I think you should look at them. So let's talk about the first and most common reason that ex-employees of VIPKid hate the company, and that is they claim they could not get booked for the life of them. Students would not book their classes, and therefore they were not getting paid, and the whole thing wasn't worth it. And believe me, I can understand the frustration of not getting bookings. In fact, at the beginning of my VIPKid career, like the first week, I had my schedule pretty much completely open, and I only got I think I booked like 6 classes in my first 3 days. It was like there were only 3 days left in the week. And then my next week I actually booked a lot more, and I ended up making, just in those first 2 weeks, over $600. And that's my first 2 weeks with the company. So I was making $300 a week like immediately. So if I was making that much that quickly, then how is it that this person is writing the review that you can't get students, yada yada yada? Well, here's the deal, guys. VIPKid does not require you to go out and get your own clients. This is a major misconception. You don't have to personally go contact your clients. You don't have to find them on Facebook. You don't have to advertise yourself in that way. But you do advertise yourself in a way through the company, and that is just through setting up your profile, through creating a compelling introduction paragraph to you as a teacher, taking time to film an introduction video that the parents can see. If you do those few things, you are already miles ahead of the herd, and it will help to get you noticed. Another thing you can do is take trainings. You can train yourself more, you can get yourself certified in more things, and those show up on your profile, and parents see those, and those will increase your bookings. I am telling you, if you are taking the actions that VIPKid and other teachers will tell you to take in order to get booked, you absolutely will get students. There is no doubt about it. And then my advice would be, when the students do come, even if it seems like just a few at first, teach those classes as best as you can, and those students will come back and be repeat students. Look at it this way. If you teach 1 week, you might teach, let's say you teach 30 students your first week, and let's say that of those 30, like, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to have to get 30 new students next week. No, it doesn't work that way. 30 of those students, maybe like 10 of them will decide to take you again for the next week and the next week. So your client base of students will continue to grow and compound every single week. And before you know it, and I mean like really within like a few weeks to maybe a few months at max, but for me it was only a few weeks, you will be completely booked. And it really is not as difficult as it sounds. There are a million ways to increase your bookings, and if you take those actions, you will get booked. So to me, I believe this first point is mostly someone saying that because they didn't put in the effort and take the action and give it the patience and the effort that they needed to, they didn't get classes, which of course, if you don't put the effort in, if you don't put the time in, if you don't open up your schedule and take the actions you need to, no, you're not going to get classes. But if you do those things, you absolutely will. And it's just about how much you want to put into it. And I'm telling you, from my perspective and a lot of other teachers, it is absolutely worth it to put in that initial effort, because at the end of the day, you're going to have a job that pays $20 an hour, doing something you love, doing something that you can completely control and teach when you want to, close off your schedule when you don't want to, and what other job offers you that kind of flexibility? So I would say just ignore that point and focus on making yourself into the best teacher you can be. Number 2, strict attendance policy. This one is actually true. I mean, they do have a strict attendance policy, but not compared to other companies. The attendance policy is within your 6-month contract that you sign, you can have up to 6 unexcused absences. Now, if you ask me, 6 absences in the course of 6 months, that's more than you can have at most 9-to-5 jobs. I mean, what if like you were an actual teacher and you just decided for the entire week, 5 days, you were just not going to show up for no reason, don't explain it, don't like plan it in advance, just don't show up. Obviously, you're probably going to get fired because they expect you to be there at this time and you're not. So this job, it works the same way even though it's virtual. And I think that sometimes when people write this negative comment, they believe that because the job is virtual, because it's over technology, that somehow the attendance policy should be less strict than in a regular classroom. And I also need to differentiate when I say this. Your IT issues, so if your computer goes down, your internet goes out, your audio goes out, those do not count towards the 6. So those are just, strictly related to the technology and obviously out of your control. Those you can have an unlimited number of. The company does not care about those. They know that it happens. But obviously, if you are creating your own schedule, you're opening up all the time slots you can work, you are telling the company, hey, I'm available these times and I'm going to be ready to teach at these times, then they expect you to be able to deliver at those times. Number 3. The company doesn't care, and this is kind of a vague negative comment that I see a lot, but sometimes there's more specifics attached to it. Like, for example, they'll say because they don't provide a benefits package, they don't care. Personally, I really enjoy working as an independent contractor because although they don't provide a benefits package, they do allow me to completely control my schedule. I can close off months at a time. I could work from Thailand if I wanted to. I could work from anywhere, and that is something I don't have the opportunity to do with any other company. And for me, the benefit of flexibility outweighs the con of not having those benefits. So another reason people will say the company doesn't care is they don't get much feedback as teachers from the company itself. Their feedback is from parents. Their stuff doesn't really get reviewed. They don't really get helped along the way. It isn't true that the company doesn't help to train you because they provide a massive amount of training. I mean, there's more trainings than you could probably ever do on every topic imaginable. They have training videos, informational modules, and you don't have to do any of them, but they all get you certified in different things, get you understanding different aspects of teaching ESL. They even have their own TESOL program that you can take. So teaching English as a second language, an official kind of certification that you can get through the company, which it's the only company that does something like that. So they provide all kinds of trainings. And no, they don't review every single class and give you feedback on it, but in my opinion, I actually like that because I'm someone who doesn't like to have someone constantly looking over my shoulder, watching my every move. As an independent contracting teacher, you are really your own boss in a lot of ways, so you are getting feedback from the parents who are your clients, and you're leaving them feedback on their student, but the company only gets involved if there's some kind of an issue kind of as a buffer. So they're there for technology issues. If you want more training, they'll help you. If you have a question, you can reach out to them, and they've always been really responsive in any case that I've had a problem, but they are not looking over your shoulder, not managing your every move, and I actually appreciate that about working there. So those are the top 3 negative comments that I see in negative reviews about VIPKid and why I think those comments get made. This is just my perspective. I know that every teacher is going to have a unique perspective, but if you're new to the company and you're just starting to research it, then I really hope this kind of cleared a few things up for you and gave you a different understanding of where these negative ideas about it might be coming from, so you can develop your own understanding of what you think about it. If you are thinking about applying, then you can use my link in the description box below, and it only takes 30 seconds to fill out the initial application form. Also, if you use my link, I can be your personal coach, mentor, and hotline for all your questions you have related to VIPKid, and I will help you get hired as smoothly and quickly as possible so you can start teaching and transform your life with this new career. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. Leave me a comment and let me know what other videos you want to see me talk about, and I will see you all again in the next video. Bye guys!